Many people, maybe in this video already or in sixth form open days, will have explained sixth form as like a family sort of unit, but I don't think it is, because a family is more sort of bloodline that you're connected to, like you're born and you automatically love them because, you know, you're related. But with sixth form, it's more of a community because everyone has chosen to be here. So everyone has a stake in what's going on in the sixth form. It means you're a lot closer, there's a lot more camaraderie, that's the word. And everybody's really helpful with each other. And yeah, you make a lot of good friends and ultimately have one of the best times, probably, of your life.
Although the work is a lot like a significant step up from GCSE, I feel as if I've made a very good decision coming to sixth form because all of the teachers are always there to support you.
Memorable. It's challenging, but definitely worth going to. It's a life-changing experience for me and definitely one to carry on in life.
My first year was stressful at first, but as it went on, it gradually got better and better. And that's how you'll feel. At the start, you'll feel overwhelmed with the amount of work, and I think everyone does at the start, but as the year goes on, you'll enjoy it more and more, and by the time you get to year 13, you'll enjoy your second year more than you will of your first year because you know what's expected.
Sixth form is difficult, I'm not going to sugarcoat that, and at sixth form you are expected to do a lot of work, and a lot of that is actually independent study. So while you'll have help in the classrooms with your teachers, you are going to have to go away and read books, read articles maybe, or search things on the internet on key terms, find out a little bit more about what you've been studying.
To be honest, I actually felt really confident moving up to year 12, which was a little bit of a mistake because when I first moved up I was taking maths and physics, which for me personally were two really difficult subjects, and I didn't do as much homework as I really should have, and I didn't do as much independent study, which is extremely important.
Basically, I didn't find the jump to year such a big gap due to the GCSEs because I was ill through my GCSEs as well as A-levels. So I did as much work as I'm doing now.
To be honest, I came up with the mindset that everything was going to be a lot easier than GCSE because it was obviously a significant step down in subjects, but I was so wrong. You definitely have to keep up with your notes and with the revision and homework to achieve the best grades possible.
The sixth form is a really supportive environment with facilities that can help you achieve academic excellence, and with teachers that know you personally, they can really quickly make you feel comfortable and you can just get on with your A-levels straight away.
The teachers are all really friendly as well, much like the year 13s. They know a lot more about everything than we do. And it's always worth asking for them advice as well because they will give it to you hands down and they'll tell you the utmost truth.
The teachers are really, really supportive, especially Mrs Booth, Mrs Livings and Miss Yem. They're usually always in the common room and are willing to help you with anything and everything.
You were told probably at GCSE that they will help you a lot more with your study. Personally, I thought they helped, but I think at A-level they really add that extra support and they are definitely there for you, and if you ever have any queries or if you're upset about anything or if anything goes wrong, whatever the problem might be, you can go to any teacher and they will really be there to support you.
Just come talk to us, to be honest. Don't be scared because we're people too, you know, so we will actually speak to you.
The year 13s are all brilliant. I wouldn't hold it against any of them. We're all friendly people and you shouldn't be afraid to come up and ask us about stuff. We're all willing to give advice.
The year 13s for me were actually pretty helpful because right at the start of the year they did subject mentoring, so I went to a geography one. Well, actually I went to all of them, all four of my subjects, and in my geography one they gave me a revision book for free, had some notes in it which was really helpful. They let me know a little bit about the course, which the teachers hadn't really explained, and it was really helpful just having year 13s there in such a small environment in the common room.
I'm the type of person that doesn't like sitting in a quiet room. I feel very intimidated by it, so if I'd have known about the quiet study room in the LRC, I would have come there straight away. Rather than sitting at home by myself, I could actually socialise while doing my work with friends.
It's really just the workload. No one can emphasise it enough how much more there is. So like I said, independent study, you have to do it. It's something you might really not be familiar with in year 11. I mean, I know I wasn't. I just thought doing homework and then a couple of months before the exams just do a little bit of revision. However, when you come to the marks, you're going to realise you need to do so much revision.
To be honest, I wish I could have had a better idea of what A-levels are like as a whole and how to juggle like social life, exams, family, having a job, A-levels, etc. Because I found myself getting quite stressed at the beginning of the year, and I felt that if I'd known more about like sixth form life as a whole, then I would have had a better idea coming up.
Probably keeping on top of my work, definitely, because no one knows how much work is expected to be done from you.
So at first it will be hard going, but most things that are hard going are worth it. Anything that's easy or just really simple isn't really worth the sort of achievement at the end of it.
My best advice for you is to be as organised as you can. It sounds really stupid, but keep your notes in order. When you get notes, homework, don't ever leave it to the last minute. Do it when you get it, because ultimately you're going to have so much work that just piles up on you, and you don't want that to happen.
You want to stay on top of your work as well, because otherwise if you fall behind, you're going to lose a lot of time that you would initially want to put towards your social life. So if you stay on top of your work, you'll be safe on that front.
Pay attention in class. Definitely, that's a definite feature that you need to remember, because the information will come at you thick and fast. Like, you need to take notes and shorten them, keep them ready for revision, because honestly, if you're not paying attention, teachers are people too, so they're going to get annoyed and they won't want to repeat themselves 5 or 6 times.
So one main thing is to be responsible, and if something goes off, you must take responsibility for your action, or if you're not doing your homework, or you must always make sure that you've got your deadlines. Another thing is they expect you to work hard, and alongside with that is get involved in the community work, so charity events, house captain events. Just get involved with all the house system, head girl, etc. It looks really good.
You'll be expected to do a lot of independent study, you'll be expected to do all your homework, but mostly you're going to be given free periods, and this may excite you at first, thinking you might be able to go down to Sainsbury's, but really it's not about that. We have a common room which is absolutely excellent. We have a lot of computers, lots of big tables to get all your folders out, all your revision, and you need to use all of your free periods, so you should have around 12 I think at least, and you have to use every single one of them, whether you want to go home or into the common room, really just to actually keep on top of all of your work.
Don't be pressured into taking any subject that you kind of don't want to do. I myself took maths because I knew it was a really good subject for universities and degrees, that sort of thing, but ultimately I wasn't interested in it. I was mostly pressured, sort of advised into it, because I needed a 4th subject because I was quite good in my GCSEs. But if you don't enjoy it, if you aren't interested at all, there won't be any reason for you to actually do the extra work that you need to do for you to be successful in that subject.
Firstly, I think closely about the first month, so if they're taking 4 A-levels or they're unsure, take into consideration if they like the subject or not, because like me, I chose last year history, English, literature, media and photography, and I ended up dropping history because I didn't want to do it anymore, and unfortunately I didn't enjoy photography as much as I thought I would.
Or like what my mum does, someone would say that I'm mollycoddled, but my mum always like makes me a cup of tea just to like cheer me up doing my work. It can be a long day.
Definitely, if they aren't using the common room, they prefer to work at home, you have to provide the environment where they can work for probably 3 hours a day at least, because you really just have to do so much work.
Listen to them, like, after they've come home, after they've done their notes, taken their notes and just shortened everything down, talk to them about what they've learned, try and help them out any way they can, really.
Having a job is something that everyone wants to wonder about. Like they're always asking about, oh, do I get a job, am I going to manage it well, and things like that. And it really depends on your personal situation, but if you think that you can handle your job, the time that you have, I think personally it's fine, although Miss Livings and Miss Beeve might disagree. I personally have a job. It's not paid. I volunteer at Childline for 4 hours on a Sunday, and I find that such a manageable time period, and it really helps. It's only a small chunk of my day, and before and after I can work on my study as well. So I'm not constantly there, they don't ask for me all the time. It's just a small part of my week that I can dedicate to helping young people. I think if you go over like maybe 8 to 10 hours, it will be like really hectic and it might be quite chaotic, especially like managing your time. But if it's something manageable, like maybe 4 or 6 hours, it's not going to be nowhere near as bad.